what you can do. Be who you were meant to be. Peaceful Warriors Wellness. Do better, move better, be better. Peaceful Warriors.
Good morning, everybody. It is Monday, the 17th of May. Just over halfway through the month of May already. It's hard to believe. This year seems to be moving so quickly. Welcome to the Feel Better, Move Better, Be Better movement session. The next 30 minutes is all about helping you feel better, move better, and be better through stretching and some corrective exercise. We here at Peaceful Warriors Wellness Center know and understand the body very well. We specialize in therapeutic massage and body work and many different modalities that are included in that to help you. So we're located at 19 Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Street South. We can be reached at 727-822-8866 or online at www.peacefulwarriorswellness.com. Please grab yourself a belt, a rope, a strap, something of that nature that you can use to help leverage your limbs and assist you in your stretching. An assisted stretch is always better than stretching without some kind of assistance. I love these straps from OPTP. You can find it at optp.com, or you can come here to the office and buy one if you'd like, if you live here locally. It's called the Stretch Out Strap. Very easy to remember. And I like them because they have these pre-sewn in loops that make it real easy for you to hold on to or to put around your foot, wherever it is that you need to utilize that strap. It's a lot easier than a piece of rope, in my opinion. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to reach up over our heads, try to touch the ceiling or sky above us, really open up the spine, come up onto your toes. Help undo whatever you've done for the weekend, whether it was sitting in the chair or couch, driving in the car, out and about, full of activity, shopping at the market. Okay, let's go ahead and lean to the left. We're going to do most of these stretches in reps of 3. It is on you to do more of these stretches, more repetitions throughout the day, especially in the areas that you need the most. You'll also notice to the right that I hold these stretches for only about 2 seconds, and then I release and reset, as opposed to holding the stretch for a long period of time. There's a part of the muscle that will resist that stretch after 2 seconds. We're going to turn to the left with our chest and head and neck all the way around as far as you can. And so we're working within the boundaries of that property of the muscle to encourage it to open and increase your range of motion as opposed to fighting it. All right, please grab the end of the strap in your right hand up over your head. Let it dangle back between your shoulder blades, back behind you. You're going to reach down between your shoulder blades with your right hand, and you're going to use the strap in your left to assist you and pull it a little bit further. Now we're going to reverse it. You're going to bring your right hand down to your belt line, reaching up between your shoulder blades. Bring that elbow up to 90 degrees at the same height as your shoulder. We're going to reach back, rotating the shoulder in its socket, undoing the tendency to have our shoulders rolled forward. Okay, let's switch hands. Left hand up, reaching down between your shoulder blades. On the left side. It's also important to remember to breathe. You should be exhaling as you stretch. Right hand down to your belt line, reaching up between your shoulder blades. Great, bring that elbow up. Let's rotate it back. Your elbow basically stays in the same spot. You're just rotating it, reaching back with your hand. All right, let's find a spot on the wall. Put your hand on the wall at shoulder height with your palm flat and your fingers pointing back behind you. Step forward with your left foot, and now let's turn your chest away from the wall. You want to feel this stretch across the top of your chest, front of your shoulder. Let's switch sides. Left hand on the wall, right foot forward. Turn away. Easing into and back out of the stretch. That side feels really good today. All right, head and neck. We're going to do some head and neck rotation. Turn your head to the left, reach up with your hands and gently assist the rotation of the cervical spine. Let's go to the right. Remember, at all times you're creating the movement and then adding the assistance at the end. Lateral flexion of the head and neck. Lateral meaning to the side. So left ear towards the front of the left shoulder. And to the right. All right, let's go ahead and have a seat. All right, so if you have a rope or strap, you're just going to take the middle of it and go around the ball of the foot so that we can use that to help leverage the leg in our stretches, okay? If you have one of these stretch out straps, all you have to do is take the end of it and go over the ball of the foot, the toes. If you have a belt that has a buckle, you can cinch it, make it a little bit easier. Okay, so let's go ahead and start off sitting up. We're going to pull our toes to the nose. We're going to stretch out the calf, flex that foot back away from your nose and your body. Dorsiflex, plantar flex is going the other way. All right, lie back onto your back. All right, let's go ahead and straighten out that leg. Right leg towards the right shoulder, keeping that leg straight. Now there's 3 different hamstrings, so we're going to change it up a little bit. We're going to go around the inside of the ankle with that strap and back underneath the calf. Now we're going to bring that right leg towards the nose. The strap will help rotate your foot and your hip as a result towards the inside. So it changes which hamstring we're stretching. Now we're going to take the strap and go around the outside of the ankle instead, and in between the legs. Now that right leg's going to go towards the left shoulder. While we have the strap in this configuration, we're going to lift the right leg just high enough to scissor across the midline of the body. Stretching the outside of the hip. Now we're going to bring that leg up to 45 degrees and change the muscles being stretched. Let's bring that leg up to 90 degrees, or as close to 90 as you're able to get your leg. Scissor across. Keep your hips on the floor. Don't let them roll. You're going to be tempted to let them roll. All right, let's take the strap out from underneath the calf, go around the inside of the ankle, and wrap it back around. Now we're going to lift the right heel off the floor and take that right leg out to the side as best we can. This is going to stretch the inside of the groin or upper thigh. The strap configuration is important so that you're actually stretching the upper thigh muscles as opposed to your hamstrings again. So it helps keep your foot upright as opposed to rolling out. Let's bend your left knee, take your right ankle onto your knee. Set the strap to the side for the moment. Your right hand's on the inside of the right knee. Left hand is on the shin. And now let's rotate the hip by pulling that right foot closer to the left shoulder. You want to feel that deep in this hip socket, back of the glutes here. All right, let's go to the left side. Okay, flex those toes, your foot and ankle, bringing your toes closer to your nose. Lie back, left leg towards the left shoulder. A little harder for me to keep this leg straight. Strap goes around the inside of the ankle. Bring that leg towards the nose. Let's take that strap out from underneath the calf and go around the outside of the ankle. Now the leg is going to go towards the right shoulder. Remember, you're creating the movement here in the hip, lifting your leg, and even when you get to the end, you're still contracting that muscle, trying to help assist with that movement, okay, and increasing the range of motion. Let's take the strap out, go around the inside of the ankle. Straighten that leg back out. Let's lift the heel and do half of a split on the left side. Bend your right knee, take your left ankle onto the knee, set your strap aside, left hand on the inside of the knee, right hand on the shin, and let's rotate that hip. Bring that left foot closer to the right shoulder. up onto your knees. We're going to step forward with the right foot, and you want that heel to be out in front of your knee. So you have the left knee planted underneath your hips. Your right foot's out in front of your knee. You're going to push forward with your hips, keeping your upper body 90 degrees to the floor. Sink into that valley between the right foot and the left knee. Easing into the stretch, holding it for a couple seconds when you get to the end of your range of motion, and push back. Bring that right knee back down underneath you, left foot forward. Okay, same thing on this side. Open up the front of the left hip, the right hip in this case, sorry. All right, so now we've stretched out a good amount of our body, the primary areas that most people struggle with. We're going to do some corrective exercises. So let's go ahead and come on back down to your hands and knees, and then all the way down to your forearms. You can leave your knees planted if you want to. Lower your hips, coming into a modified plank. And let's see how well you can hold that plank. Okay? If this is too easy for you, you can come up on your toes instead. And you want to create a flat surface from the back of your heels to the back of your head. Whenever you need to, whether you're on your knees or on your toes, take a break, okay? But push yourself to hold it as long as you can. And the more often you do it, the more consistently you do it, the longer you'll be able to do it, the stronger your core will be, the more protection your lower back will have, the less likely you are to have pain and discomfort. So it's really important to create support through your core for your lower back. Okay, I'm going to come back up into that plank again. Remember to breathe. Good. All right, the next thing we're going to work on is a little bit of a side plank, okay? Side core stability, the obliques are very, very important. So come onto your right side with your hip on the floor, your knees are bent and together. Your right elbow is underneath your shoulder, and you're going to let that body sit into that valley. So your shoulder is up in your ear, okay? Left hand is on your hip. We're going to start off with a modified side plank. And what you're going to do is you're going to lift your chest up towards the sky, creating space between your shoulder and your ear. And then you're going to open up your knees. And we're going to do that in one movement all together. Okay? So come on back down and lift. Lift that left side of your ribs towards the ceiling. So this is a lower level side plank, okay? You're just creating a little bit of strength along the side of your ribs and between your ribs and your hips, okay? Now we're gonna add to that and make it a little bit harder. This time I'm going to lift my hips up off the floor and push them forward so there's a straight line from the front of my knees to the front of my nose, okay? So here we are, all sunk in. Take a deep breath, and as you exhale, lift. Still opening up that clamshell at the bottom between your knees. Coming back down as you inhale. Exhale and lift. those are too hard, causing pain, make sure you go back to the prior version and do those for a while until you're able to do a more advanced version. Okay? There are more advanced versions beyond that. Okay? So here we go. We're on the left side now. Shoulders up in the ear, right hand's on the hip. Starting off with just the basic version, lifting the ear away from the shoulder, lifting the ribs towards the ceiling. Now I'm going to come up off the floor with my hips, opening up that clamshell. Okay, good job. All right, lie down on your back. Dying bug. Most people call it dead bug. I like dying bugs because dying bugs are still moving. Dead bugs don't. Okay? We don't want to be a dead bug. It's better to be a potentially dying bug that's moving towards wellness and being able to turn over and get back on his legs again and be able to live, right? Because living is much better than dying from what I understand. I could be wrong, but that's the premise I'm going with. All right, so arms are up over your head. Lift your heels up off the floor. We're going to create some movement to engage the core. Why is the core so important? A lot of people don't realize that all movement stems from your ability to control your core. It's also where your balance is created. It's measured and felt, your equilibrium up in your ear, but there's a reason why when you're on a roller coaster or go over a hill too fast, that your stomach comes up in your throat. Okay? It's because your core and your equilibrium in your ear are directly connected. All right, go ahead and set your feet down. Take a deep breath. You can exaggerate that and make that more of a horizontal mountain climber, okay? So, arms are back up towards the ceiling. Lift those heels up off the floor. Now we're gonna exaggerate the reach. Left leg goes down, right arm goes up. And you're alternating back and forth. So the left arm and leg move together, the right arm and leg move together. Okay, so that's a lot harder than just the basic dying bug, okay? Let's go ahead and work on strengthening the glutes. Lift those hips up towards the ceiling, okay? Squeeze the glutes. As soon as your butt touches the floor, push them back up towards the ceiling, squeeze right here. Weak glutes create a compensation pattern in the hip girdle and affects the lower back. And many, many people have weak glutes, so we want to focus on those a little bit. Come up onto your heels, to pull your toes up a little bit. Squeeze at the top. All right, one more exercise to do. The other problem people tend to have is a weak upper back and neck, and that's why their head pulls forward and they start to get that little bit of a hunch in their back, dowager's hump, okay? It's not good for your nervous system or your balance. So put your arms out, elbows are out to the side. We're going to lift our head, our chest, and arms away from the floor as you exhale. Hold it for a second. Come back down as you inhale. If you want to, you can add your glutes into this as well, okay? So bend your knees. We're gonna do 5 more of these. This time we're gonna engage our lower body and lift our knees up off the floor while we're lifting our head up. Makes it a lot harder, okay? If you're able to, if not, do 5 more of the basic one. All right, here we go. Squeeze those glutes as you lift your chest away from the floor. 2 more. All right. Great job, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this edition of the Feel Better, Move Better, Be Better movement session. Look forward to seeing you again on Wednesday. Till then, have a great week.